You're
DJ Sonic.
What's going on, my Hand 1 squad, and welcome back to the channel. So yeah, Sindell's here. So we got a lot of work I got to do today. I don't want to stop until I get everything done. So today, what we got going on, for some reason, she's not holding a charge. The batteries are good, both of them. She's got one in the trunk for her amp, and the one under the hood, both of them seeing 14 volts, but the car is needing jumped, and when you touch the terminal it barely arcs. So there's a ground issue somewhere, or the terminals need clean, so I got to address that. And we're going to put the 165 rockers on, give her an oil change the transmission fluid, and we're going to swap out her speedometer gauge. So she has it's like a dark purple speedo gauge in there now. I'm going to actually give that away to somebody. So I'm not asking to buy any merch or give me some money. I'm just going to pick anybody with an 04 plus that has like a purple accent or whatever. If you want this gauge, I'll try to show you the color of it on this video. Comment below. Let's see, let's make it interesting. First person to guess, what can I think? First person to guess the year I bought Hellboy. What year I bought Hellboy? First person to guess the year I bought it, you can get their gauge. So let me get a razor blade so I can open a box so you can see what's in the box. Okay, 1 second here. Gotta open this box real quick. Haven't even opened it. So one of my buddies on Facebook, Zach Mack, he does the custom lighting for this OEM gauges. So if you're looking to get, any color you want done, it's not even limited to 04 plus. He can do 6 gens, whatever. I'll link his Facebook in the description. But you can see it's just a factory gauge cluster, but it lights up purple. So yeah, he's pretty cool with it. This is more of a pinkish purple, like the accents on Sindel. So that one's more better for her car. So we got that. We got a resonator for her, because God, I'm sorry, but I hate her exhaust. It's so damn raspy. We got the valve cover gasket, transmission filter and gasket, and we have her 165s in there. So And then we got the triplets. If you know about 3800s, then you know about triplets performance secret sauce, which is every 3 parts to 1 you mix in this fluid right here. 3 quarts of Dex, and then 1 quart of that. 3 quarts of Dex, then 1 quart of that. So that's the Triple S Performance secret sauce. Screenshot the part number for that, and yeah, we got everything else we need to get the job done. So as requested, somebody asked if I could go in depth with the 165 rockers. That's, checking preload. I'll do it. I'll do the best I can. I don't know why. I didn't do this so much to where like I just know by feel. I don't know. It just comes. But I'll do the best I can to try to be, give you a detail of how to check the preload and what's all need to be done to install them. So if you go on ZZP's website, they pretty much have it word for word. Like if you go under 165 rockers or whatever, it goes word for word on the description of how to check for preload and stuff like that. So matter of fact, I'm gonna screenshot that, and you about to see the instructions. Okay, now you've seen that. That's the process we got to go through to installing, checking preload and stuff like that. So we'll get that together. But first, let's get a light in her interior, because I don't know what's going on with it. We got to figure the electrical out. Well, let's just get a light in there so we can get this dash out, so we can swap out this cluster. And then from there, we'll move on to getting the rockers done. Oh, by the way, as you can see, the pill machine is not here, which means I drove it, and the drive went great. No leaks nowhere, not puffing smoke anywhere. Like, pill machine's doing real good. So I feel very solid about how that car came out. That car is ready for tuning and tires. So I got to get tires for it. So just waiting on this stupid weather to get done. That's why I'm trying to get her car done tonight, because it's going to be 40 degrees tomorrow. So I can take her car to get the resonator done, and then I can take her car back and then bring the pill machine back home. So I can't keep her car here because there's no room for it. So that's why we just keep it at her daughter's house. But I'll put a clip on. I'll see you a picture where the pill machine is chilling right now. And you can see the pill machine is chilling. So let's get all my stuff together, and let's get to working on this bad girl. Okay, so when you want to remove this, there's going to be 3 screws you need to remove. One right there, one right here, and then there'll be one right there. They're Phillips screws, and you just need to like pop it just out the way. You don't necessarily have to take this part off, and then just grab it from here and it'll just pop right out. Now you're going to have a harness that goes to the dim switch that you're going to need to take out. Okay, you're just going to unclip it. You'll feel a clip on the back, pull it, and then you just get this out of your way. All right, it's pretty simple. So the clip, this tab right here, you're gonna just pull it back, pull it out. All right, the next, grab you a magnet. All right, take this wire, just tuck it in there somewhere out of the way. There, good. Now we got 4 screws we got to take out, which are, focus. They're Phillips as well. You can use a Phillips or you can use a deep well extension 1/4 inch ratchet. I want to say it's a 7. Sorry about that. So you got that one there, one here, and then you got another one on the other side. You got 4 of them. And once you get those 4 out, make sure you get a magnet because you don't want that screw to fall in there. Once you get it out, you unplug the speedometer and then swap them out. So let me show you real quick and turn this light off. Hopefully she got enough juice where I can show you what color they light up. Actually, I got to put something over the windshield. Give me a second. Okay, so she got enough juice to show you. Okay, so if you want that speedometer gauge, not in these comments, go on my Facebook, go on my timeline. I'll put the link to my Facebook in the description. Go to my Facebook, I'll have a post with a picture of that gauge, and type in the year. First person to type in what year I bought Hellboy gets that gauge. All right, let me get these swapped out and I'll show you the new one. Okay, so now as you see this little clip right here, there's a tab right there. You're gonna push it in, and it should just pull right out. Maybe. There you go. And then you just pull it out. Just like so. Let me set this somewhere. It's gonna be going to one of y'all. Okay. So we grab our new one. And we're gonna plug it in right there. Just that simple. Nothing crazy. So it's kind of hard holding the phone. We'll slide it in, plug it in, put the 4 screws back in, and then put the dash back together. And then I'll report back and then show you the end result. All right, so we got as you can see, we got the dashboard back together. All right, nothing was never touched. All right, so now you can see the difference. That's more. I probably should do that one too, but yeah, that's a lot better with her theme. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, if you want the other gauge, if you want that one, like I said, the description will be on the link will be in the description to my Facebook page. And all you got to do is just guess what year I bought Hellboy. First one gets it. All right, so now what we're going to do is get everything set up for doing the 1.9 rockers, or 1.65 rockers. Explain what tools we're going to need here. First, I'm going to put my light right here. All right. We're going to need to take our supercharger belt off because we're going to do the front first. So we're going to need a 15 deep and a 15 shallow, or if you got a 15mm wrench, grab that too. Actually, just grab all 3: deep well, short well, and a wrench. 15mm. And then we need a 13mm deep. We need an 8mm because we got to take off that bolt right there for the what is that called? The ignition control module. And dang, you could tell she been sitting. Look at the bolts. I hate seeing that. Just this car's been sitting for a while. I mean, if you been following my channel, my wife's health ain't been the greatest. So she has not drove this car really last year. Like it's been sitting a lot. So yeah, that's what happens when shit sits. But anyway, back to the tools, what we need. Okay. So once we get, then we're gonna need a 3/8 shallow. And then I don't remember the size for the rocker bolts, but we'll get to that when the time comes. But for now, grab those tools and set those tools to the side, and we're going to we got to take the battery out too. So we need a long extension, which her car doesn't have it, that bolt that's supposed to go right there. And 04 pluses are 10 millimeters. So we got to take the battery out, and because we got to take the coil pack bracket off to get the front valve cover off. Valve cover bolts are 3/8. So all right, so grab your tools, grab your snacks, and let's do this damn thing. All right, so we got the battery out. Next, what you're gonna have to do is take your 15. We're gonna take the supercharger belt off. Here's your supercharger tensioner. We're gonna take that off. We're gonna take the idler pulley off. And once we get to there, there'll be that bolt right there, that rusted bolt. There's gonna be that. And then you're gonna use your 13 millimeter to get the tensioner bolt out, so you can take the tensioner off. And then the deep well 15 right there. Now what I do is I'll just take the 15 deep, I'll stick that in, and then I'll take my ratchet. You're not going to get it on all the way, but you'll be able to get it in just enough so you can break the bolt, and then you'll get that out. Then once you get that out, take your I thought it was an 8, but I think it's a 7. Let me confirm that real quick. Yeah, that's a 7. 7 millimeter to take the ignition control module harness off. Take your spark plugs out. Make sure you label them so you know where they go. And then you'll be able to pull the coil pack bracket off after we take the dog bones off. You take the dog bones off. Then you slide that out. And then you'll take your 3/8. And you take off your valve cover bolts, and then the valve covers will come off. So we'll get to that point, and then I'll report back. All right, so I got the rockers. I use the what is it? I use that to get the removable rocker bolts loose. So I'm gonna take them out as whole. Trying to hold the phone for me. So when I take these rockers out, I just grab it on the side with all the rockers together and pull them all out as one. Set them to the side. That easy. All right, so when we put the 1.6s on, I'm gonna have to rotate the motor over. You want the valve to be closed and the other valve open. That's how it's at 0 lash. And then once you do that, you're gonna tighten the rocker bolt, and then you're gonna put your other hand on this as you're tightening it, and you're gonna spin it, and then you're gonna tighten it until you feel that the rocker and the push rod is touching the lifter. Once you're there, Then you're going to go half a turn. And that's 50 thousandths, half turn. This car has LS7 lifters, so it's got an 80 thousandths preload playroom. So you can do, what is it? I think a half turn. Half turn. I have to look and double check again. I don't want to give you guys misguided directions. So it was posted on the picture that I showed you previously. So I can't think straight because I'm trying to get this done. So let me get these rockers on and then I'll show you the preload. All right, so these bolts, they call for 23 foot-pounds. All right, so when we do, and do not go an additional 90 degree. So we got LS7 lifters in this car, so we're looking for, when we torque it to 23 pounds, it should be either a half turn or 3/8. That's how we'll know we'll be within spec. All right, so rotated the engine. We got the intake valve closed and exhaust valve intake valve is open, exhaust valve is closed. So we're going to turn this as I spin that to make sure spin this, spinning the rocker. Okay, so now I'm at zero lash. The rocker and the push rod is touching the lifter. Lifter's touching the cam. Okay. Now, we got our torque wrench set at 23 foot-pounds. So this should be a half turn or 3/8 turn. That's a half turn. I'm doing this wrong. Hold on. That wasn't tight all the way. My bad. Misinformation. That wasn't tight all the way. Okay, now we're at zero lash. Okay. My bad. Okay. Alright, that's a half turn, so this is going to be about 3/8. Yep. Now that was a half turn. So we're at zero lash. There's our preload. So 165 is confirmed. S1X cam, 7.05 push rods. If you have LS7 lifters, are within spec. So we're dialed. So that's how you check your preload. My apologies that I didn't have it at zero lash the first time, but we're good now. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the rest of these. You go through the phases, make sure your preload is together. But as I confirmed, which they said in the website, you should be able to just bolt these on and go, and they were pretty much spot on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these on, and then I'll check back in after I get everything done. All right, so we got the 165s in. Everything is torqued at 23 foot-pounds, and there's red Loctite on the bolts as well. Now, also, too, which I didn't mention, when you put these rockers on, you see how that right there is smooth, and then that's got a divot. Make sure you put the bolt on the divot side, or we'll call it a bowl. I'm probably still using the wrong term, but fuck it. Make sure you put the bolt in the bowl, not the rounded part. And then when you put the guides in, push rod goes through here. Okay. All right. So now it's reverse process. We're going to put the valve cover back on, and then we got to put the coil pack bracket back on, tensioner and all that. But then we got to take the accessory belt off and the coolant bottle and the strut bar off, because we got to get the alternator off, and then we got to loosen the alternator bracket so we can move it out the way so we can get the rear valve cover off. The back side is more of a pain than the front, so it is what it is. So let me go ahead and put this back together. Remember, you put your valve cover on. When you slide the coil pack bracket on, you got your ignition control module harness. You'll see in the head, you see it's got a groove right there. Focus. There's a groove in the head. Make sure when you put the coil pack bracket on, you put your ignition control module harness inside that groove in the head so it don't get smashed. Okay, that's all you got to do. All right, let's knock this out. All right, now when you get to the back, you're gonna need to take off your reservoir bottle. Get that out the way. You're gonna take your alternator off. These will be 10s. Take the 2 10s off. Move your reservoir bottle, and then you're gonna use a 15 short to, and this is reverse thread, so you want to go reverse so you can take off the tension off the belt. And then you want to remove your alternator. You'll have a bolt here, and a bolt there. 15 millimeter. Take your 13 millimeter bolt. Make sure your battery is disconnected. 13 millimeter bolt on the back side of the alternator. Use a ratcheting wrench if you got one. Get that off, and then you want to unplug the harness, which is right there. You want to unplug that, and your alternator be off. And then on the alternator bracket, this piece, there's going to be 3 15 millimeter bolts. That one down there, this one, and then there's one in the back. I can't. Right there. You're going to take those 3 off. You're not going to take this completely off. All we want to do is be able to wiggle this back so you can get the valve cover off. All right, and then we got to take off the 3/8 bolts that's holding the valve cover on, and then we'll pop it right off. And then it's the same process as we did with the front as far as the rocker install. I loosen all the bolts on the rockers, and then I take it out as one unit. Grab on both sides, pull it out, one unit. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out because I've been doing this longer than I should. But I'm gonna knock this out, and then once I get the 165s on, I'll show you guys that everything's installed, and then I'll put everything back together. All right, so they're on. The 165s are installed in the back now. Everything's torqued, preload check, 23 pounds. Okay, so if you have a S1X cam, 165 rockers with LS7 lifters, 7.05 push rods, you will be just fine. Preload is dead on. So yeah, I'm gonna take me a break. Won't be a break for you guys, but the install will be complete as I put the rear valve cover back on. See how you can move that? So we just move that, put our valve cover back on, put our alternator back on, and the belts, and then the strut bar, and the reservoir bottle, and then the motor will be done. So When I get back, it'll be a button up. I'll give you an overview of everything, and that'll be that. All right. So I posted the speedometer gauge on my Facebook already, and within 3 minutes somebody guessed it. I should have made it more challenging. So I apologize, but I'm gonna still put a link to my Facebook page on there. I did another giveaway. It's a motorized M90 rotor pack. Go on my Facebook, check it out. All you got to do is guess the month, day, and year me and Shauna met. That one's more challenging. Like I said, I got to be fair to the guy that guessed it. I just didn't realize somebody was going to guess that fast. That was not cool. But I gotta keep it honest and fair. So check that one out. Hopefully by the time the video posts, nobody didn't guess yet. I'll do random giveaways just to be fair for everybody. I'll do another one. Maybe I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll raffle off that. I'll think about it. Put in the comments if you're interested. We'll see. But now back to Sindel. So found out the power issue. These terminals were green. So I got to clean that. That will be why this car had battery issues. So this thing would randomly have issues where it'll be low voltage to the gas pedal. And we didn't change the gas pedal like 3 times. And that is why it's been doing that. Them green ass terminals. So I got to clean that. I'm going to stop for today. I'm going to get up early in the morning and finish the car. So tomorrow I'll get up and I won't record this, but I'm going to put the battery terminals, clean that, and then I got to change the oil and then put it, change the transmission filter. And when you got a built transmission, I'll show you since I'm not going to record tomorrow. I use Dex 3 on my transmissions. There's a formula from Triple S Performance. Get this fluid from Caterpillar. That's the part number right there. You mix it 3-to-1. So 3 quarts of Dex 3 and then 1 quart of that. Every 3 quarts, you put a quart of that in there. One gallon, which is 4 quarts, should be enough for changing all the fluids. Because I think our transmissions hold 13 quarts, I believe. So, yeah. All right, so that's the 165 install. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have the car back together, and when I get the resonator put on, I'll give you a video, a walkthrough of what's all done. The Sindel, and this is it. This is the last mods this car gets. This car will be 100%. This car is 100% done as far as modification. There's nothing else to do to it. It is officially max effort stock cam, or not stock cam, stock heads cam. There we go. Because this cam is for stock heads. So this is a max effort stock heads cam build. That makes sense. So, all right. I'm going to end it right here. I'll catch you guys on the next one.